Welcome to Royal Retreats, exploring the luxury castles of Scotland. Join us on an extraordinary journey through the storied landscapes of Scotland, where centuries-old castles stand as timeless testaments to the country's rich history and royal heritage. Number 1. Edinburgh. If you're only able to visit one city in Scotland, make it Edinburgh. The country's capital is home to well-preserved architecture from a number of different periods of history, including numerous examples from medieval times. Of these, the most famous is, of course, the spectacular Edinburgh Castle, a picturesque, must-visit landmark that dominates the city skyline. From the castle, you should take a stroll down the incredible shop-lined Royal Mile. One of the top 3 things to do in Edinburgh, this famous cobbled street connects Edinburgh Castle with the Palace of Holyrood House and is home to numerous historic landmarks, many dating to medieval times. Among the most interesting are the tall old townhomes known as lands that can be found as you explore the many narrow laneways known as wynds that sprout off from the Royal Mile. Number 2. Glasgow. Situated on the River Clyde on Scotland's west coast, the city of Glasgow has, in the last few decades, reimagined itself as a major European cultural center. These days, its many excellent museums, art galleries, and festivals attract tourists year-round. It's a great city to explore on foot thanks to its many lovely parks and pedestrian-friendly streets, especially if you also take in Glasgow Cathedral and the famous Glasgow School of Art. After exploring the city centre, head down to the waterfront and the Riverside Museum. One of the top tourist attractions in Scotland, this superb modern facility focuses on the history of transportation in the city through its large collections of vintage steam engines, trams, buses, carriages, cars, and seafaring vessels. There's even an authentic reproduction of 1930s shops and homes. Glasgow has also earned a reputation for other cultural activities, too. Highlights for theatregoers include a chance to take in a play at the King's Theatre, partake in a little opera at the home of the Scottish Opera in the Theatre Royal, or a classical concert at the Royal Scottish Orchestra at the Concert Hall. Number 3. Scottish Highlands. Few travel destinations have captured the imagination to the extent of the magnificent Scottish Highlands. Stretching from the attractive garden city of Inverness on the country's rugged east coast all the way to John O'Groats in the north, this area of outstanding natural beauty is where you'll find some of the most romantic scenery anywhere. It's so stunning, in fact, that it can frequently be spotted serving as the backdrop to hit movies and TV shows, including the hugely popular Outlander series. Begin your exploration of the Scottish Highlands in Inverness, then head to nearby Loch Ness. Popular for its mythical monster and the dramatic ruins of Urquhart Castle, Scotland's most famous lake is part of Glenmore, a natural fault line that's marked by the Caledonian Canal. Number 4. St. Andrews. St. Andrews is well known as one of the world's top golf destinations. Golfers from around the globe make the pilgrimage to St. Andrews' 7 classic links courses, drawn by the prestige of playing the world's oldest golf course, the Par 72 Old Course, and the chance to play where so many golf greats have teed off before them. It's also one of the most dramatic courses, its spectacular scenery including a stretch of rugged coastline and the attractive old clubhouse of the Royal and Ancient Golf Club. Founded in 1754, it's the world's oldest golf club, and its popularity as a golf mecca means you should try to reserve your tee time at least 6 months in advance to avoid disappointment. Number 5. Loch Ness. Shrouded in myth and legend, Scotland's beautiful Loch Ness remains one of the country's top places to visit. Despite there being no definitive evidence that Nessie, the world's most famous sea monster, actually exists, that first glimpse of the water doesn't stop excited tourists from scanning the horizon excitedly, just in case. But even without a monster sighting, you won't be disappointed. Thanks to its starring role in movies and on TV, most recently in the hit series, Outlander, places like Urquhart Castle are enough to make the journey to this Highland attraction worthwhile. Built in the 1100s, the castle now lies in ruins after being devastated by fire some 500 years ago, but not before featuring in some of Scotland's most important historical events. Expect to spend at least a day exploring the old castle and other Loch Ness attractions. Other fun things to do include a boat cruise along the loch and, if there's time, the Caledonian Canal, which connects Scotland's east and west coasts. Number 6. Inverness. It's actually difficult to visit Loch Ness without seeing at least a little of Inverness. Whether you're traveling from Glasgow to Loch Ness or from Edinburgh to Loch Ness, the stunningly attractive city in the Scottish Highlands is situated at the east end of the country's most famous lake and is a favorite jumping-off point for tours and independent travelers alike. It's also the perfect place from which to explore the magnificent Scottish Highlands. Those in the know will definitely dedicate at least a little time to exploring the capital of the Highlands, whether for a few hours or a few days. If you do, you'll find no end of fun things to do in Inverness. This moderately sized city is first and foremost very walkable. Number 7. Aberdeen. Another of the best city destinations in Scotland, the attractive North Seaport city of Aberdeen is well worth including on your Scotland travel itinerary. Like so many of the country's top city destinations, Aberdeen is a delightful place to explore on foot. Lacing up the walking shoes will not only allow you to explore its many fine examples of old, well-preserved architecture, but also to spend time in its many pleasant parks and gardens. A highlight of a self-guided walking tour is St. Machar's Cathedral. Built in the 1300s, it's one of the best preserved examples of medieval architecture construction in Scotland. You'll also see many fine examples of old homes and merchant buildings made from the unique local granite that seems to sparkle in sunlight, giving the town its affectionate Silver City nickname. Aberdeen has a second, equally complimentary nickname, the Flower of Scotland. And it's certainly well-deserved thanks to the presence of the city's many lovely green spaces, most notably the David Welch Winter Gardens at Duthie Park. Number 8. Loch Lomond. An easy day trip from Glasgow, and also pretty easy to get to from Edinburgh, Loch Lomond is a convenient place to visit in Scotland for those seeking a glimpse of some of the country's most iconic and romantic scenery. The largest body of fresh water in the UK, it's so picturesque that one of the country's leading writers, Walter Scott, famously labelled this magnificent stretch of water the Queen of Scottish Lakes. Gentle activities and pursuits include boat tours and cruises and visiting attractions such as the Loch Lomond Bird of Prey Centre. You can even get in some shopping at the modern Loch Lomond Shores Entertainment Complex with its family-friendly SEA Life Aquarium. As popular a spot as it is for sightseers, Loch Lomond also appeals to those seeking fun outdoor activities. For adventurous sorts, the big attraction is the spectacular Loch Lomond and the Trossachs National Park. This vast tract of unspoiled wilderness covers an area of 1,864 square kilometers with the Loch and Ben Lomond at its center. Number 9. Stirling. The historic town of Stirling is one of the best places in Scotland to serve as a base from which to explore the country. Situated almost halfway between Glasgow and Edinburgh, it makes for a great day trip and boasts plenty of rewarding things to see and do. Topping the list is stunning Stirling Castle. This finely preserved old fortress is famous for once having been a royal palace, as Mary Queen of Scots spent her childhood here. It's also famous for its role in the centuries-long struggle between Scotland and England. A visit to this mini Edinburgh castle includes a chance to explore the well-preserved medieval structure's grand halls and rooms, either on your own or as part of a guided tour. On the outskirts of town is the Battle of Bannockburn Visitor Centre, which offers a fascinating retelling of the famous battle that took place here. It was on this spot that Scottish King Robert the Bruce sent the English army packing, and the site commemorates this historic victory with excellent displays and interactive exhibits. Number 10. Isle of Arran. The attractive Isle of Arran has made a name for itself as one of the top places to visit in Scotland, as it's something of a microcosm of everything that's great about the country. Located just off the mainland from Glasgow and reached via a scenic 1-hour ferry ride, this 429 square kilometer island is therefore perfect either for a day trip from Glasgow, a weekend break, or an extended vacation. As you tour the island by bike, car, or the regular bus service that circles it, you'll find attractive areas that resemble some of the most beautiful aspects of Scotland. In fact, you'll see everything from moors to tall mountains just waiting to be hiked across, long stretches of sandy beach, quaint fishing villages, great little golf courses, and historic castles. Thank you for joining us on this captivating journey through the luxury castles of Scotland. We hope you've been inspired to embark on your own royal retreat. Subscribe to our channel for more exclusive insights into the world of luxury travel. Until next time, may your adventures be as grand as the castles themselves.